Yeah, so the third song is entitled Through Darkness. So in the context of the story, this is now when, it's really going down. This person or character, is now really in the thick of it, really fighting the battle of his life. And the title pretty much gives this idea that, this is really the darkest time that this person has ever been in his life or her life. And really the toughest thing that they've ever had to go through. So yeah, that was pretty much kind of the idea for the song, and also where the song title came from. But also that being the idea of the song, it heavily inspired also the musical direction for the song, which ended up being like a very kind of heavy, hard hitting song. Um, it just starts with this like really nasty kind of riff that just goes into the verse, the same like pounding feel, just to drive home that this is a tough one. And then when it got to kind of where the song breaks down into kind of leading into the part that will take it all the way to the end. This was really where I sat down and thought to myself, I really need to do something that will push me to my limits. And I don't know if it is at all clear on the track, but just after that part starts, when you listen to the song, you know what part I'm referring to. But then I start these lead lines. I think that's maybe until the third bar. I can't really remember now. But up until the third bar, where I play this kind of scale line, which involved a lot of a lot of legato, some sliding, some tapping, which was not something that, not something that I have ever had to do before, together, but also at such a fast tempo. So I really struggled to play that thing, to be quite honest. Struggled for long because not only was the lick difficult, but also kind of the timing and where it fell in. I really struggled with that. But eventually one day, I don't know, it was probably God, I don't know. One day I just played it again and I nailed it, and that was it. Couldn't be chuffed, more chuffed about myself for being able to play it after a bazillion tries. But then the song kind of just ends on that kind of high note that section started on as. And I just really wanted to keep the intensity up of that song, from the beginning to the end. In the middle, there's like this part where it, kind of mellows out a bit before it hits back in. But the kind of idea was just to keep the intensity high for that song. So that's Through Darkness.